I want everybody's thoughts on Robert Downey Jr. as Blade.
Oh.
As
As
Blade?
Blade?
As Blade?
Oh, fuck.
Blade.
Oh, shit. He's going to look like Tropic Thunder.
Another
You know who I am?
I'm going to give you Blade as dude.
Yeah, of course, they're gonna drop the thunder.
I want the thoughts on not as Blade, but as Doctor Doom.
As
Me
Galactus.
personally, we've
Galactus.
seen actors come back and play different characters all the time. We're in the multiversal saga. I don't know why some people have a hard time grasping that. I personally, I don't mind it. Like I said, I say we all know this is just a multiversal variant, probably just for these two movies. They figure out how to defeat them, and then when you get Fantastic Four 2, because Jeff Schneider did theorize that he thinks that RDJ's Doom is coming from the Fantastic Four's Earth whenever Reed Richards does piss off Galactus enough to get that world destroyed, that he'll follow them through. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that theory, especially because Matt Shankman did say he's already known about RDJ getting cast as this character. I'm okay with that. Like I said, multiversal saga. I just want to see how he's going to play him. If he's playing, RDJ has range, so I think he could play a pretty convincing villain. I also would think that, like somebody else said earlier, it's like this world-ending villain that has the face of the world's greatest hero. So I'm here for it for like that standpoint alone.
Which is,
but that's just me.
That's the premise of the new My Hero movie coming up.
I'm curious about it.
This.
You have to wait because when Tony Stark was announced to be RDJ, I was like, this guy can't play Tony Stark because
he must have wanted Tom Cruise.
Because no, I was thinking like he had a drug problem in his past, and I was like, this, he fucked up his life. Like, you really want that as the face of the star of the MCU?
Wow.
Well,
there was no MCU at the point. It was just Iron Man. It wasn't even Disney that owned it. It was fucking Paramount, right? For Iron Man 1?
Yeah, Paramount.
And this guy changed his life around and also became the best Tony Stark, even though, it was whitewashed.
I didn't know he was not white.
Tony Stark is supposed to be Latino.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the comics, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Okay. Well, Omega tip.
Wow. So, fuck the MCU then. It's whitewashed. Gross.
I'm torn. Like when it first announced, when I first saw Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, I was like, okay, that's kind of the perfect casting because he kind of has a life experience when it comes to that. But him as Doom, especially at this stage, I'm excited, one part I'm like, why? It's like they could have got someone else as Doom. I
know why.
And Kane's supposed to be Chinese too, so he was whitewashed too.
Blackwash.
Well, blackwash. I don't know what you would call that. Well, actually, no. I was gonna say you could call it woke if it was a white cat. If it was a white character being casted with a black person, that'd be
woke-washed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Everyone's being changed.
Everyone's changing the meaning now.
Yeah, but in terms of just RDJ as Doom, I guess we'll see. I hate to, I'm always on the fence. Like, I guess we'll see when it comes out. But it's like I really can't. I don't have enough information to really form a full opinion. I'm excited, but I don't know. I have my trepidations, but I'm also excited.
Joypad Jake, I know you're glad that the villain isn't black anymore.
You're very joyful right now.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm mixed on this whole thing. On one side, I realize that RDJ has a lot of range in his acting ability, and from an acting standpoint, I believe he could, as I can't remember who said it, but he could play a convincing villain. But I also kind of wish there's a couple things to it. I kind of wish they would have trusted Dr. Doom's recognizability on his own, and then just not need to use RDJ for that, and just have another actor be the face of it, but have the character be what draws in more people and not the actor. Because you're going to have a lot of general people who, yes, while a lot of them may know who Doctor Doom is, you're gonna have those who don't, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, it's RDJ," and that's what kind of draws them, not really the Doctor Doom character.
I think the reason why they did that is because they needed like an actor name.
But then on the other end, you got people saying that, because like Lance said, we're in the multiverse saga. That doesn't mean that he's going to play Doctor Doom going forward past this.
I agree with this.
It's going to be for these. Just going to be for these two things. But
I don't.
It feels. I don't know. It just feels kind of
wet.
Desperate, I guess, is the word I want to say.
He meant wet.
It feels a little desperate, and
feels a little wet.
I'll see. Like Omega was saying, I don't really have enough information to make a full opinion of it yet, but we'll see how it happens. On one side, I'm optimistic, but I also have my reservations. I'm not outright hating the idea, but I'm not sold on it yet either.
That's true. Before Ronan goes, I just want to say, Darth Bunyan, yes, they could have recast, but the thing was, it was more of an outcry to get rid of Kang altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought Kang was a good character. Everybody, including Taj, wanted to pivot. Miguel, proceed.
I agree with Omega and Jake's points of views. I'll wait to see how it pans out. I don't disregard Robert's acting abilities and the range he could do. Also, folks, we still have prosthetics, makeup. They can change someone who we know and look completely different. A example is what they did with Colin Farrell, with the Penguin. And I to an extent, I do sense the desperation, if you will, because it got the internet talking. RDJ. I freaked out because it was RDJ on stage, and I never thought I would see him in person. But I also, and I think I told folks that like cool, that part of the panel blew up the internet. But I feel people should be talking more about the Fantastic Four stuff, like that portion.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Yes.
That's what I care the most about. That's what I care the most about.
Honor Jack Kirby.
Taj, what are your thoughts? I know you've been like holding this in since the other day. So
no, I just want my respect with the whole B Colin Doom thing. I don't care if it's RDJ. He's not going to be their universe's Doctor Doom. I disagree with that. That would be stupid, and Marvel, Kevin Feige know better. If he do that, he gonna piss everybody off. I might stop watching Marvel movies if that happens. Like, no, don't disrespect that shit. Like, don't do it.
Do you think they'll do like a? Do you think they'll do like a Fast and Furious thing where like he's the villain, but then like becomes a good guy later? And then he'll just be Iron Man and
the infamous Iron Man.
Oh God, I hope they do.
That's why it's RDJ. That's why it's RDJ. They're bringing him back for 2 movies, then they're gonna kill him off, and that's fine. That'll be it.
I think it's just extremely desperate. That's really all I have to say. But I am sure it'll be great, and I'm sure that you'll be one of the highlights of the movie. But it still feels desperate. Like they just like, all right, here's $100 million
reveal.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
I mean, all we need is a better Doom than we've gotten in live action so far. So that shouldn't be hard.
Just have him have on tank.
No, I didn't say I hate it. I said I have problems with it because
it's valid.
Because, and here's the thing, I have mixed reaction because I think I was just excited, and I'm gonna post my react. Like I recorded the same mess, but you hear my audio in the back. Like, oh my god, it was the fact that Robert Downey Jr. was on screen. It was on the stage and everything, and I was like, okay, he's here. It's like, yo, what's going on? But then my brain
new mask
came.
Same task.
I don't know.
What can I say? I like playing complicated
characters. Wow, and also I like an $80 million check, in my account. So
was Doolittle a complicated character?
Yeah,
right.
Came back, it's like money.
No, I think
that's imagine it was. It's right. Like, oh my god.
Y'all wanted comic book actor, right?
Yeah, that was his
OG.
That was his mask too. That fucking plastic dollar store mask.
Daniel, it's no way you thought that was a real suit, bro. Please.
Well, not the actual outfit, but like the design.
But I will say, and also the biggest counter argument of people were talking about, you don't read comics. Yes, I do. Stop playing. Now, this is the problem. It's the fact that there has never been a version where
Oh, wait. We have another guest. He hasn't. Dang it!
Yo,
It's really Council of Creators on a Wednesday. Like, we got like a few more minutes. Taz, give me your thoughts. Also, that
I got shit.
Jesus, what?
It's got a shit.
There's his thoughts.
I got to shit. My bathroom's right here.
Wow. You have unfiltered. Phil unfiltered.
Taz, first of all, I like that shirt. And you are like,
thank you.
You are built like Hugh Jackman right now. Like, I just want to say that.
Oh no, Hugh Jackman was giving me body dysmorphia because he looks that good at like 55. So
Right?
No,
God damn.
Darren's smiling because he was getting the same thing.
I don't know.
Your thoughts, and then Darren.
yeah.
Oh, no.
So originally I was super hyped. Like I literally just put up my Deadpool review, and then that came out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stay here and make a video on it. But like I was just kind of like, what the heck? Where did this come from? I had an idea that Doctor Doom was gonna, be replacing Kang. Kang was not great. It seemed like they were kind of cutting their losses and continuing on to what was gonna happen next. Secret Wars was happening, Fantastic Four is happening. What better of a time to bring in Doctor Doom than now? But Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom was definitely not on my bingo card. I think that was kind of Marvel's, like, in case of emergency, break glass and bring Robert Downey Jr. back. And this was their kind of way of doing it without trying to tread on anything from Endgame, not trying to revive Tony Stark or anything like that. But they're like, hey, Robert Downey Jr. is going to get butts and seats. Let's just bring him in as the next big thing. He's going to be the next big villain. He's going to be in a ton of movies. And then, if at the end we want to keep him around, we can just, again, make him the infamous Iron Man. And then, we kind of have a anti-hero Iron Man that can show up from time to time post Secret Wars. So that's kind of where I'm standing right now.
Darren, I like that.
I mean, I don't want to bring down the chat, but I don't like it. I don't personally like it. Like I was
It's a free space. It's
valid.
I don't like
I
was
either.
on I was on
True.
Chainsaw's stream prior to all dropping, and literally in the first 5 minutes of that stream, like an hour prior to that going live, I mentioned like, did you guys hear about that stupid stupid Doctor Doom theory that he's gonna come back? That's fucking stupid. Like I was like, this is terrible. And then an hour later,
They definitely won't do that stupid shit.
yeah, and it happened. And I'm speechless as that's happening. I was like, well,
They just had to prove you
shit.
wrong.
I was
You
like,
putting
well,
the clown makeup on.
like, well, and like I've had this whiplash because that happened. I was like, this is stupid. But I was like, but this is also really hype. And I was like, wait, what does this mean? This is, and like, here's kind of my thing is I think one or the like one of those two things is really cool. Like I think bringing in Doctor Doom as your next villain, that is really cool. That's very exciting. I also think if you bringing in a like RDJ back, like yes, does it have its drawbacks? Yes, but that's also can be a really cool concept. But I think doing them as both can be kind of complicated. I think it's hard to do both to the best of its abilities. And yes, it's Doom, and that's cool. But no one's talking about Doom. Like no one's talking about the aspect of like we're finally getting Doctor Doom. We're talking about no, it's evil Iron Man. Like that's everything people are going to be talking about, and especially with this being this is their opportunity. I think what the MCU does very well is like these are the characters. Like these are the versions of the characters that that version of Iron Man and Cap and Thor and Black Widow. Like they are the definitive versions of them. And Doctor Doom has never had that is the Doctor Doom. Like that's the version of the character we all know. Yes,
and
like this,
Vince McMahon,
Robert Downey Jr. apparently auditioned for Doctor Doom.
he
And
did.
I heard that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So full circle
Crazy.
there.
But no,
Sure.
Darren, like I agree with you. Like trust me, my whole thing is I'm just tired of hearing everybody like just harp on it and harp.
Sure.
Well, it doesn't make sense. Why is he playing Dr. Doom? Yada yada. It doesn't have to make sense. It's the multiverse. The multiverse has not made sense.
There is
At
a
all.
lot of I personally don't like it, but there are a lot of pluses to this. Like I definitely get the idea of what if this is kind of the end of this era of Marvel? Like if Secret Wars is kind of a wrap up of this current kind of run, and you're kind of soft rebooting after Secret Wars, there is kind of a fun idea of well, Iron Man was the first hero, he's also the last villain. And kind of capping at the end. That is a cool concept. I think you can do some really cool stuff. Obviously, people have already said about the the like different like dynamics of the different characters. And yes, there's some really cool things there. I'm excited to see what happens with Spider-Man, with Doctor Strange, with Rhodey especially. What does Iron Wars look like now that the next villain of this phase is Tony Stark? Like, is he the one to come in and steal all those Iron Man suits? Like, he has his face, that would make sense. So like there's definitely different aspects of here that I am excited for. Is it a weird choice? I personally think yes, but I'm also kind of tired of complaining about it, and I'm just kind of like, Avengers is happening. I'm excited we're finally moving forward. We have dates for Avengers movies again. Yeah. It's in the future. They're already talking about filming and stuff like that. That's exciting. And yeah, I guess just focus on the stuff I do like is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, the Russos got something going quick. Even though people have their mixed opinions on it,
yeah,
they got it moving.
We're finally moving, and that just feels nice.
He's playing a Tony Stark variant. Like that's what he's
well,
playing.
according to 3Dubs, he's not playing a Tony Stark variant.
No, they're clearly trying to hide
Doom variant.
Yeah, like
how many times has Kevin Feige lied to you? How many times?
Me personally?
Yeah, you personally. How many times has Kevin Feige said one thing in the interview and on stage and wherever versus what actually happens?
Well, he's been lying his ass off about Blade since 2019. So,
what I'm saying is they can say all day, there's only one person who plays Victor Von Doom. And then if you listen to the Russos that were introducing him, they say within the vast Marvel multi-universe, he's not MCU's Doctor Doom. He is a variant.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He's just another universe's Doom. His name is just Victor Von Doom.
He's not going to be Doom going forward.
Well, look at how Tony fucked up Age of Ultron, where he wanted to build a suit of armor around the world and it failed.
Yes.
This is going to be him. This is Doom doing the same thing because he says same mask or a new mask, same task. Yeah. That is telling me he's doing the same thing that Tony did, but in a very different approach.
Will he have an accent?
Yes.
Can he have the metal? Can he have the metal? Can he have the horrible metal fingers from the first movie though?
Probably.
Yeah. Those
whatever they do, whenever he unmasks himself in the film to the other characters, especially Tom Holland, Spider-Man, it's going to change everything. It really is.
Gonna be like, what? How can this?
Oh my God!
Daddy, think about it.
Do we think there's going to be a past
Daddy
between a version of him and Reed before that? To maybe get some.
I really hope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Pedro.
This would be funny if actually happens where Doom looks at Spider-Man and goes, "I am your father."